So for dipping in and out the stream, choose what level you're going to work at. Are you going to work with a pleasant thought loop or neutral thought loop? Are you going to work with something that is mildly difficult? Are you going to work with OCD compulsions because you build up your skills to do that? Is it going to be verbal rumination or is it going to be attentional monitoring and checking? So choose what level you're going to work at. And then get in touch with your motivation. Remember your recovery goals, values, what matters, who matters, what you want to do with your time rather than being caught in this cycle. And then activate the rumination, whatever level you've chosen, or the attentional monitoring. If you're monitoring something in your body or in the outside world, activate the rumination or monitoring, get caught up in it. And then drop anchor. Acknowledge the thoughts and feelings. Let go of any active rumination. Just observe the automatic stuff. And just notice what stands out to you as best you can. And then get into your body a little bit and engage with the world around you, where you are, what you can see, hear, what you're doing in this moment. And engaging in the moment whilst the difficult thoughts and feelings are in the background. Foreground is where you are and what you're doing. And then activate the rumination or monitoring again. Get caught up in it. It might take on a life of its own. It might be just happening anyway, or you might have to simulate it and almost pretend that you're ruminating. It's all helpful though. It's hard to think about these things, just slowly narrate it in your mind. If it takes on a life of its own, allow it to do that for a short period of time. And then work your diffusion skills. So notice your thoughts, move into an observer position rather than being caught in rumination. Start to watch your mind. Let go of anything you're doing in response if you're arguing, agreeing, worrying, planning, analyzing, judging, monitoring, checking. Let it go and just notice the automatic thoughts. If they're OCD, intrusive thoughts, notice that. If they're just random thoughts, notice that. And then work with feelings as well. Acknowledge what you're feeling in your body. Make room for it. And then engage with the world around you, where you are, what you're doing this moment now. And anytime you pulled back into the rumination, notice it and refocus on life and what you're doing, what you choose to do as a values based action. And then one more time, get stuck in the rumination, worry, or the threat monitoring in your body or the world, if that's the compulsion you're working with. Maybe a neutral thought loop or a pleasant thought loop. If you're making it a little bit easier for yourself to develop this skill, just work at whatever level you can still access diffusion, acceptance, present moment attention. And then diffuse your thoughts. Either just notice them or notice and name them. Worry, judgment, analysis, check in, monitoring. Give it a label and notice what you're feeling: anxiety, doubt, numbness, confusion, shame, guilt, body sensations. Just notice what you're feeling and then engage with the world around you. Notice where you are, the detail, the things that stand out to you. Be present. Refocus if your mind goes back onto the worries and rumination. Don't try to block out the obsessions or feelings, let them be there in the background. Foreground is where you are, what you're doing.